towards them, but then it seems like you pull back, or it seems like that energy stops coming towards them. It's like, okay, well, maybe, it's because Virgo doesn't want to just pour out all of their life force into, a bucket with the hole at the bottom, right? Like they don't want all their life force to just be sucked into somebody who's not reciprocating back towards them. It could be that Virgos have done that before in their lives and learn the lesson, that like, oh, this is going to suck the life out of me and give me nothing. And then, while this person just gets all this free validation and free supply, that's so I think that could be something that's going on with Virgos potentially, is being in a position where you're like, I really want this person, but until they actually take action towards me, I'm not pouring my affections into them. Yeah, obsession. So this person is definitely obsessed with you. They're infatuated. They feel adoration and even addiction towards you. Um, but there's something shocking in the reverse. So it could be that there's something that this person, they don't want to shock you in the way that they come in because they think that it might make them seem obsessive, like weird. It could be that like this person is like, I don't want to just call Virgo up out of the blue. Like I want to happen upon them in a real place, because otherwise it'll make it seem like I'm some weird obsessed jerk. And I don't think, this is the modern world. People reach out to other people on the internet, and it doesn't mean that they're an obsessed jerk, like, I mean, I'd say 99% of the people that I've dated in the past 15 years, a lot of them, it started on the internet. They reached out, even if we'd seen each other in public, and knew each other from life situations, we would then end up connecting for the first time on the internet. You know what I mean? It's like the easiest way. It's like calling somebody up on the phone these days. So there's no shame in it. Um, yeah, but this person could be worried that if they seem too obsessed and weird in the way that they approach you, that you might be like, ew, and like just walk away because of thinking that they're a weirdo. So it could be that this person has been dwelling on memories of you, but I feel like because it's in the reverse, those memories are starting to fade, and they're starting to feel like a heart fog around that. And it's giving them some uncertainty. It's giving their sense of direction some uncertainty. Yeah. So this person feels maybe like you keep yourself a bit obscure and secret and mysterious, and they're worried that that could be a sign of lack of loyalty. But as we were talking about before, I really don't. And but underneath the deck, we see chasing. So I feel like what this is saying, I don't feel like that's true about you, Virgos. I feel like what this is potentially is referring to what we were talking about before, how like you'll pay attention to this person, and then like it'll seem like your attention went somewhere else, and it's not because I think it's because you're afraid of being hurt potentially. And so you don't lock your heart, like you're not, I don't think you're going out and like being with a bunch of people, but I think in terms of like aligning your feelings absolutely to somebody, you're waiting for this person to actually put in solid effort to be with you before you're like absolutely locking your heart down onto this person and saying, this is the only person, there's nobody else, especially if this person has been seeing somebody else and not choosing whether or not they want you, which makes total sense because like why invest all your feelings into somebody who's dating somebody else? Like that's ridiculous. That's very destructive to you. So I feel like that's kind of where you're probably coming from, Virgo, is if this person is worrying about whether or not you're loyal to them, that there's an obscurity with you, a secrecy, um, or it seems like maybe, thing like I think that they could be worried about that, but I don't think that's what it is at all. I think it's that you're trying to protect yourself from being really, really hurt. Um, anyways, and but with chasing, it's like I think that this person needs to step up and chase you, and then you'll give them your absolute heart. It's just about the fact that like you until they do that, you're like, I don't want to just like pour everything I am into you. I don't want to like pour all of my emotions into you. So universe, can I get and ooh, this one tried to come out. What is it? Oh, good. Prosperity lies ahead. Universe, what advice can you give me in this situation? The answers you need are coming, and full moon in a Gemini. So you could be definitely dealing with a Gemini, very strong. But there's also Cancer. We had Leo. All right, universe, what can you tell me? And I also feel like that's the answers that maybe your Gemini needs as well. Because I'm seeing this woman here and she's got two faces. And one of them is looking forward and one of them is turned away. And I feel like that speaks very much to this situation where your person is like, I can't tell if they're loyal to me or what. I don't think it's that. I think that maybe you've realized within yourself, Virgo, that you have a capacity to really focus on somebody and pour all of this love and this like importance into someone, and you're almost scared to put that onto somebody before they have shown any sign of genuine real world interest in you. You know, like if this person is actually reaching out to you trying to date you, then you're like, yeah, I'm all for it. But until that actually happens, yeah, you're like, I cannot pour all of that importance and love and intensity towards somebody if they're just going to, if I'm just going to get blown off or I'm just going to get let down. You know, it's not that, you know, once you're with that, once they start showing solid signs towards you, then you'll do it. You know, once they start actually trying to date you, then you'll do it. But until then, you're like, I can't give you everything inside of me for free, you know, especially if you're with somebody else. There's just no way. So you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like this is essentially a situation where Virgo feels the need to protect themselves, um, you know, from potentially being used, you know, and then just and discarded kind of, and then believe in the impossible. So I think this person might be need to learn to believe a little more, have a little more faith, and not just, you know, jump to negative conclusions. All right, Virgos, I hope that this has helped you, and I'm going to move into the extended. I hope you guys are blessed. I'll speak to you soon.